Hello everyone, welcome back to Tayyiba's World, and here I am with the book review. So it's been so long that I haven't given any book review, although from other aspects such as beauty products or other things, I am a bit regular, not that much. But the book reviews I was not giving, although I have read few of the books and some of them are really share worthy. Some of the books I have read and taken from my friends, and that I have given them back. So you can check their review on my Instagram page that I have done, but I was unable to do any video related to that. Books, unfortunately, not they are back, so I can't do it like that, but yes, we can discuss off and on that what I have read earlier on. So today I want to introduce this book to you, and this book is New Kings of the World by Fatma Bhutto, and the rise of the Eastern pop culture. And if you can see the pictures, Shah Rukh Khan is there, and Rekha is there, and Nusrat Ali Khan is there, and some Korean artists are there, and Turkish artists are there. So you get to know that what the author wants to say. Actually, she's saying that besides Hollywood, and means Hollywood is has dominance over the years on the culture, and most of the nations, they are following Hollywood for watching movies, plays, and music. But now she come up with this thesis that now the Asian countries are also in the limelight, and they are getting popular with their music, with their stories, with their themes, with their plays. And of course, quite relevant her point of view is, as you know, that Turkish dramas are a rage all over the world, and Korean music has created a niche, no doubt, and our musicians are also getting popular. First it was Nusrat Ali Khan or Rahat is getting a lot of popularity, so these are definitely. And Shah Rukh Khan is also known in many of the countries of the world, and there are followers. Even she talks about the Shah Rukh fan clubs in other countries as well. The best thing is that the writer went to those countries, traveled to those countries, and met those people, and took first-hand knowledge about that. So it's a very well researched book. One thing is that, and it's very amazing. And you know that for me, it has a special significance, as it is a signed book. I have bought a book, and Lahore Literature Festival she came, and I met her, and I also attended her session, and it was an amazing session. Fatma Bhutto is an amazing communicator as well. Not only she writes well, but she can communicate her point of view as well. Although I have asked a bit controversial question from her, and she very you can say gave the answer in a very means polite way is one thing, but she was not straight away on that, and you can say that she was quite diplomatic while answering my question, and I can understand due to her background and the political ramifications that she might face, and of course what personal tragedy has happened with her, as we all know about the murder of her father. So it's quite understandable. I don't mind that she didn't give a straightforward answer to my question. But you know that, and also it's the right of the person if they want to answer, or and if they don't want to answer anything, but graciously she answered. That is a good thing. Okay, so this is her signature, so it has a special you can its importance for me as well. What it says, in order to give you a background, as I have given some background to you as well, but in order to give a background here, that there is a vast cultural movement emerging from the global south and sweeping all before it. India's Shah Rukh Khan, after all, is the most popular actor in the world. Bollywood Turkish soap operas called Dizzy. Okay, they don't call their soaps, they call it Dizzy. And K-pop and other aspects of Eastern pop culture are international in their range and allure, and the biggest challenger yet to America's monopoly since the end of World War II. Okay, so now these are emerging besides Hollywood, and Hollywood is not the only contender now in the world. The Asia is going forward, and also she talked about China. Although there are no international stars right now from China, but China is taking prominence day by day, and hopefully they also have their popular stars as well. So, best-selling author Fatma Bhutto's new book is about these new kings of popular entertainment in the 21st century, carefully packaging not always secular modernity with traditional values in urbanized settings. They have created a new global mass culture that can be easily consumed, especially by the many millions coming late to the modern world and still negotiating its overwhelming challenges. Though this is a book primarily focused on India, it also explores the cultural industries of two other countries at the forefront of the challenge to American soft power. Turkey and South Korea. Plummeting American prestige, the belated rediscovery that local cultures are valuable in and of themselves, and the rise of classes with different tastes and backgrounds emerging out of the turbulence and migration of globalization have emerged the old guard of Westoxified elites and created a vast new landscape of cultural power. Indian, Turkish, and even Korean mass culture offer a much better fit for this majority's self-image and aspirations of sovereignty and dignity. Actually, the writer has told us that these people, they won't comfortable with the American culture that is being shown through Hollywood, through their music, through their videos. So they identify themselves either Asians, means in totality. They identify themselves either with the Indian culture or the Korean culture or the Turkish culture, because they think that these cultures are more close to their own culture. And also there is a lot of people who think that American culture is more open and not culturally sensitive to their culture. So they think that these cultures, such as Turkish culture or Indian culture or Korean culture, they are more, you can say, they close to their own culture, the Asian culture. So that is the new thing that is being popular, getting popular all over the world, and people are turning towards these cultures as compared to Hollywood. Okay, so and you also know that in Pakistan people, they watch Turkish plays a lot, so there is a lot of popularity because their dressing is almost same, their styling, their food is almost same, so we can identify with them more as compared to Hollywood, as compared to their food, as compared to their dressing, as compared to their moral ethics or other things as well. This is one thing. Fatma Bhutto brings her thesis alive through exclusive interviews with Shah Rukh Khan, a behind-the-scenes account of Magnificent Century, Turkish biggest TV show, and watched by upwards of 200 million people across 43 countries, and her travels to South Korea to see how K-pop transformed the world of popular music and Gangnam Style became the first YouTube video to be viewed 1 billion times. And edgy, insightful, and entertaining, New Kings of the World is an eye-opening look at the rise of Eastern pop culture. So this is all, and I totally agree with that. She has presented it beautifully. While reading this book, I have finished this book in 2 to 3 days. It was so engrossing. It was so amazing. It was so entertaining, so interesting, and especially talking about the people whom we know very closely, and we have watched their work, and some of their work we like, and that was the kind of closeness, affinity, and I can also relate with that as an Asian. That's really amazing read when I read this book. Okay, she starts here. In a country, the road to reform travels through culture. Ayatollah Khamenei. Fine, it's amazing. Yes, because through culture we can reform the people. We can change the mindsets of the people. So that is the importance of media, culture, and that. In today's world, media, whether it is electronic or social media, they are the big, you can say, tools to talk about culture, to communicate culture, to pass on culture to the young generations, because they are very much into that, since the family system in Asia is also in trouble. These are the things that can means communicate the culture to us. So we should be very mindful what is being shown on the media, and what is being shown through movies, what is being shown through music, because that's really important. That has a huge impact on our new generation, on people, even the older people as well. People, as a human being, we should understand that at any moment of our life, or any time of our life, we can get influenced by something, and totally our mind changes, or our thoughts changes from in this respect. So we should also take this thing in account. Okay, so this is all about. I want to share something that I highlighted, some important points here. Okay, so it's a very important sentence that I highlighted, if you can see it here. All that has been proven between 1991's Desert Storm and 2001's Operation Enduring Freedom is that there is nothing enduring about American power, and that we can see right now, that America has left Afghanistan as well. So if we talk from the military operations, we know that they only bring destruction to the world. There is nothing constructive in relation to that military means adventures that US stands. So their power is coming down, not only through militarily, but on a cultural level as well, because the other contenders are getting popular day by day. Okay. So here she talks about Shah Rukh Khan and the Indian movies' impact in the culture. So there's a very interesting, sentences here, that though the artisanal skills came from the Muslim community, they're better artists. Now you know that all the Khans are Muslims. The elaborate narratives were taken from Hindu holy books and mythology. If you can see what they show on their TV, through their movies, there is a lot of Hindu mythology that is there in their movies and in their TV plays. Although skill, artisanal skill is Muslim. Means a lot of Muslim poets, writers, directors that are most famous they are from Muslim community, but what they are showing through their you can say movies or through their plays, that is more towards Hindu mythology. They means teach their majority of their people about the Hindu mythology, about their culture. So the culture is not much shown, the Muslim culture, but artists, as we know, the most famous and the most impressionable artists are Muslim artists that are working in. Feroz Khan is there, Dalip Kumar, you name it. Then there are singers, Rafi Sahab, Aziz. There are many singers, they're Muslim lineage, but the Muslim culture is not shown in that perspective in Indian movies or in Indian all. But most of the time, the Muslim culture is not shown in the right perspective, as we know. I have a lot of issues how they show the Pakistanis there. Always burqa clad woman is there, or a topi jina cap has there. So the Pakistanis, they don't wear. Their looks are different, their ways are different, but they always show them in this perspective. Or the languages also that we don't use, that they show in their movies as the Muslims they speak. Okay, so what else? Because this is a very that kind of book where interviews are there, where the whole thing is there. And another thing is that she has divided it in a very short chapters. I really like it, because sometimes some books are divided in a very long chapters, and in one sitting you can't even complete one chapter. So as the chapters are very short, crisp, interesting, so it's really amazes me, and it's amazing read as well. As long as we have a classroom in every camp, he told her, we have hope. It was really very disturbing when I read here about what has happened in Lebanon, and Syrian refugees, and how the kids are there. But it really amazes me their spirit, and how they are doing in these hard circumstances. And this is the one person who was having schools there, and he runs the schools here there for the refugee children, Syrian refugees. And this sentence, it has, we also learn from this. As long as we have a classroom in every camp, he told her, means told to Fatma, we have hope. So we should also learn this thing, that how much education, not a degree, education is important for a human being to become a better human being. So that's really important. I'm really amazed by they have a great culture. Syrians have. Lebanon is such a country where all religions, all communities, they live peacefully once. Unfortunately, what has happened to them, and we pray for them as well. And so it's really amazing. Okay, another important thing about Korea, because she talked about K-pop culture, K-pop as well. By 2014, South Korea had laid down internet connections 200 times faster than the average connection in North America. Okay, so they are edging towards that, and as a result, phone etiquette in Seoul is nil. So they unfortunately they are unable to cultivate the phone culture there, as the people have a lot of facility, and they use it. So but it also talks about this thing, that how they are doing well in technology. And we should also learn this thing as Pakistanis, that if we're not going to do well in technology, we will remain far behind the other nations as we are today. And if you see all the world researches, or you can say the grades, we are in every field, we are far behind than other nations, and we should think over that where we are standing today, when the world they are and what the other nations are doing. So this is also a look into the other nations, and especially the Asian people, that how they are doing well. China is in Asia, Korea is in Asia, Turkey is in Asia or Europe both, so but it is considered an Asian country. Indonesia is in Asia, Malaysia is in Asia, India is in Asia, Bangladesh is in Asia, and how they are faring well in all fields of life, and where we are standing, we should think over that. And this book also gives an insight and the role of the media in shaping up the minds of the people and the culture of the different nations. And this is also a cultural war that we are facing in the world as well. When some countries they come to the forefront, they are good in all fields of life. If you see, America is superpower because she's good in all, you can say, fields of life, not just one, not just in military. They are in all fields of life. They are far ahead other nations. That's why they are superpower. And all the other nations who want to become or want to compete America, they have to do the same. Thank you. I hope you read this book.